everyone, and welcome back to another exciting year of rounding third base. I'm your host, Jamie Paez. I'd first like to start off by making a small announcement. I just wanted to say that for years, we had a villain in this league by the name of Mike Mainville. Well, guess what? Mike Mainville, you're history. We have a new villain in town, and that villain goes by the name of Gallic Storm. So, just with that out of the way, I just wanted to clear that up. I wanted to start off by just talking about a little bit of, the history of how rounding third base started, just especially for people who are kind of newer to the league and don't really, kind of got in a little late and didn't really see the progression over the years like some of the other people did. So first we started in 2012. We kind of started out as a joke. We got a bunch of people at work and we set it up as a $25 baseball, let's give it a shot, see how it goes. And then everything was unlimited. It was just crazy. We were picking up pitchers every single day, and it was mayhem. It literally was like the Wild West in fantasy leagues. We just did it, and it was fun and whatever. And then the next year, people wanted to come back, and it was nuts. Like, people were like, really? Like, it was just crazy. Like, and then it just slowly became more and more to what it is, to what you see today. So, over the years, we decided, hey, how cool would it be if we can own players longer than like the traditional keeper leagues, that you have in place. So that's why we kind of came up with the idea of the lifetime keeper thing, where you can keep guys forever, and then kind of tweaked a little bit here along the ways. And, eventually we'll get to a point where it's just the right way that we should do it. And that's it. Not that it's bad now, but just tweaking every year is kind of the thing that makes the league better. So, we started off, we were doing keepers. We started doing 10 keepers, and we did all the players you want. And then we just kind of went up and down a little. And then we decided to do the farm team, which the farm team was an introduction that we wanted to do because we wanted to, if we're going to do this dynasty thing, we wanted to have owners start from the very, very beginning and find these guys, and then eventually they'll be able to grow their team into something great. That's kind of been the whole point of the league, and that's really it. I want to talk about the memory of Scotty for a minute. I can't. I miss you, Scotty.
I tell you that, I just signed a big contract with General Motors for 2 years. I bought a new car. I used to get stuck when I buy a car. The salesman always says she's a beauty. Never says he's a beauty. Not find out why, because the car and the girl very much alike. You can either want a car or a girl. How many times in the cold morning when you really need it won't turn over?
So, I missed having, that 3 a.m. drunk trade. He'd call me up and he'd be like, come on, let's make a trade. And I'm like sleeping in bed and he wakes me up and then he wants to trade with me. And I missed that. And I was just wondering that maybe there was another Scotty out there somewhere that might want to drunk text me. It was part of my life that I regret, but at the same time I miss. All right, that's it. I'm leaving it at that. And let's see. Let's talk about Gallic Storm for a minute. Yeah, how he just kind of became who he is to this day. Like, he didn't always have this great team. His team sucked. All right, his team was horrible. He had guys that I don't even know why he picked these guys up, but he had them, and I didn't. It was like a madman trying to the way he put his teams together and how he stole guys from me. Literally stole guys from me. Guys that I had to throw back because they were nobodies, and he got superstars. Yeah, I think you got Devers, right? Yeah, and I think I threw that guy back like last year. Whoever it was he traded for me, it was whoever it was. Zach Britton, I think was. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that was, thanks. All right. So anyway, that kind of flows into how my team also sucks because I can never get healthy guys. Every time I think I got a superstar, I get somebody like Giancarlo Stanton who plays 8 games for me when he's my number 1 pick. Yeah. So my team sucks. Just leave it at that. And, yeah. So, that's really it with that. This is a crazy league, and I try to do my best to run it, and I try to, keep the integrity alive and try to keep everybody excited all year. That's why I kind of do these incentive things. We have a new incentive that I'm doing this year, and it is We're actually doing fan tracks this year as an incentive. We're all signed up for it. We just use it to draft, but now we're going to use it as actually to play. It's going to be winner takes all, and I'm either going to do $100 or $200. I haven't decided yet on the actual numbers, but it'll just be something on the side. You don't have to pay attention if you don't want to. Just get in there and just play. I'm basically going to set your team the way it is when you draft, and then you can do whatever you want in there. And it basically, that will be like the Wild West, the way we did it the first year. So everything will just be free reign. You just go in there and do your thing, play, have fun with it, enjoy it. It's fan tracks. See if we like it. Who knows? If not, we can keep it as incentive. If not, it's just something we can try. So there's that. So now I'm going to go into a couple of the rule changes that I did for this year. But before I start with the rule changes.
Well, yesterday was a beauty. I had the cab go away to get some action. He took me to my house. Well, I'm not a 60 guy. I know I'm not sexy. But this morning when I put on my underwear, I could hear the fool little guys giggling.
Yeah, Rodney. So anyway, we're going to start off by going over some of the rule changes. To start off, when the season starts, I'm taking your farm guys and I'm taking them off your team. I am keeping the lineup at 30, so it literally will not affect anything you do. It won't affect any way that you set your keepers or your lineups or anything like that. It's going to be the way it was before. Your farm team was never part of your team to begin with. It was just an expansion of your team. That's why you can't pick guys up and put them on your farm team. That's basically it. And the reason why I want to take the farm guys off is because it's impossible for me to police it and to monitor it. And it's just, I can't control if somebody starts a guy when he's active, even though he's on your farm team. I have no control over it. Plus, it takes me forever every time I want to go in there. And like, if you call somebody up, I literally have to go into your team, add myself as a member to your team, go in there, make the changes, get out, find an acquisition player that's, an arbitrary player. I got to find somebody that has no at-bats or is like 40 years old, that, just anybody that's, just so it's like a placeholder. And plus it gets confusing with who they are and this and that. We're just going to use the spreadsheets. Along with that, we're not going to trade from farm to active throughout the season. We'll do it in the off season, but not during the regular season, because we did this before, and there were so many times we're like, oh, I accepted this trade, but I have no idea that they wanted this farm guy in the deal, and it gets kind of confusing. You want to trade farm to farm, go for it and knock yourself out. You want to trade 10 farm guys for one farm guy, do it. It doesn't matter. As long as you have the room of 10 spots, go for it. Farm to farm, active to active, no switching between throughout the season. Off season, I'll put them back, trade away. Okay? That's it. And then we're going to keep the Major League draft order at random. I actually have the cards right here. So I'll put those in the right, and then we'll get that rolling in a little bit. I just want to talk about just a couple of quick things with some dates. The dates, we're going to do the Major League Draft Thursday, March 26th. We'll do it between 8 and 9, preferably 8, just depending on, if certain owners are getting back from work or something like that, or whatever the situation is. We'll try to set it for 8. Usually our draft doesn't take too long. It's probably like an hour, so it's not a big deal. You can also auto draft in this if you really, really want to. So it's not that big of a deal. It's all on you, but that's the date, Thursday, March 26th. The keeper lock date is going to be Sunday, March 15th. That means that get your guys in by that date, and then they're locked. That means you can't trade, nothing. They're locked. They're locked until the season starts. Okay, those are your keepers. The good guys are who they are. We're going to start the slow draft on the 16th, which will be the next day. So the way that's going to work is that's going to go from last to first. This will be something where the teams who did poorly last year will have an opportunity to get the top farm guys. This I'll do for the minor league draft, last to first based off last year's standings. So this year, the last place team gets the number 1 pick. That's it. Okay. Now, without further ado, let's get on to draft order. All right. So I got the bucket here. All right. We're going to start off we're going to put all the names in the bucket. We'll start off by top. Let's see, we got Carbo's Stormtroopers. My Boyfriend's the Pitcher. Benintendi and the Jets. The Duda Abides. Field of Dreams. The Big Latin Machine.
I'll tell you a place how to control yourself in a bank when one of the banks never see a bedroom.
Yeah, Big Latin Machine. You got Easy Money Pooey. The Rise of Squid. The Champions. Scotia Smitty. And I think that's it. Am I missing anyone? Oh, I almost forgot. Gaelic Storm. Look at that. Almost forgot. Gaelic Storm. Gaelic Storm. Almost forgot you, buddy. I would never stack the deck or nothing like that. All right, I got you in there. Yeah, Gaelic Storm. He's in there. All right, let's go. We're shaking this up. Shaking it up. Shaking it up. Here we go. Number 1 pick goes to Easy Money Pooey. Got the number 1 pick. Number 2, My Boyfriend's the Pitcher. Number 2. Number 3, Champions. Number 4, Field of Dreams. Number 5, Duda. Number 6, The Rise of Squid. Number 7, Benintendi and the Jets. Number 8, Big Latin Machine. Number 9, Scotia Smitty. Number 10, Carbo. And number 11, Gaelic Storm. I swear I didn't set that up. That was totally coincidence. But that's the draft order, okay? So that's it. So we have our draft order, and everything's all set in place. I will see you guys online. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of it.
I don't get bolder. You know, you get certain signs of what there's a cemetery 2 guys ran into with shovels. I don't care about sex anymore. To me, food is exciting.
Take care.